Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today, First Impressions Day, the first impressions of another gift that my wife gave me as part of my Inky Countdown. Today's pen is this one. The only thing that I could find that it was called is an F20. On the AliExress order that was made for it, there was nothing to say what the manufacturer is, so I just called this an AliExress F20 pen. Do like the colours there, really pretty. Join me now, down on the table, take a look at the pen, walk through the body, do a quick size comparisons, fill it with ink, do a writing sample, then I'll give you my thoughts and my first impressions of this pen. Welcome down to the table. Here we've got today's pen, the F20. There was no manufacturer mentioned in the AliExpress ad where this was bought from. Do like the colour though, like a green, I want to call it like a green marble-y type colour. Very pretty. Let's start by taking a walk through the body. So at the top of the cap, we've got a black dome. We're coming down, we've got the ring here with the clip attached to it. The clip, actually, not too bad. A bit stiff, but it is a bit springy there. The clip itself, got a nice little bit of a shape at the top. Then it's tapering down, and then we have the ball at the bottom. Coming back to the cap, we're tapering out until about halfway down. Then it seems to go straight all the way down to this metal ring. The metal ring, we've got the word Sikrib. S-I-K-I-B. So I'm guessing that's the name of the manufacturer. But as I say, on the AliExpress listing, there was nothing listed there for it. Got a little bit of black, and that's tapering down. And then we get to the body. So because we've got that taper down, it doesn't feel like it's too big of a drop off. The body, same width until about 3/4 of the way down. Then we taper in. We've got another silver coloured ring. Then we've got another black end finial. The cap, that comes off in half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, nearly 3 turns. A bit too many for me, but I'm being very picky. That reveals a metal section. The section does feel slippy. Let's see what it feels like when I'm writing with it. And then we've got this nib. So the nib, fairly plain. We've got a nice decorative border. Below the breather hole, we've got iridium point and then F. It's a fine nib. One thing I do like with this, just looking at there, it's got a transparent feed. I do like them, especially when you can start seeing the ink going through it. The body comes off to reveal the included converter. There we go. And it's all metal fittings. Let's pop this back together. I do like the colour of this. I like green anyway, but this looks quite attractive. Let's get this out of the way and do some size comparisons. My two standard size comparisons, we've got the Pilot Metropolitan, the Lamy Safari. This F20 pen seems to be slightly longer than both of them. Let's pop the caps off. With the caps off, I would actually say this pen is slightly shorter than the Metropolitan, only by a little bit, but it is noticeably smaller to me. In the hand, it feels very light. It's not too bad. This section does start to feel a little bit slippy, but we have got a little bit of a flare out down here at the bottom, so my fingers don't feel like they're slipping off the end. Be interesting to see what it's like when I'm writing. The pen will post. Feels long, feels back heavy. Unposted, yeah, for me, just about the right size. Let's move this out of the way and pop some ink into the pen. I brought in my little wooden holder because I'm using an ink event ink, and this is Diamine and it's Velvet Emerald, and this is a standard ink. So hopefully we've got enough ink in here that I don't need to fetch in an ink miser. So let's pop the pen in. See if I can angle this slightly and then move it down so you can actually see it. There we go. Not seeing any ink coming in yet. Let's go down one more time. I think we may need the ink miser for this. Oh no, we've got some ink in there this time. And I don't know if you can see, I've just unscrewed here the top of the converter. We've got ink in there, we'll leave it at that. I'll just clear this all off and then fetch in the notepad of testing. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. Here we've got the notepad of testing. As you see, it's a Rhodia notepad, and I normally get 2 pens on here, which is why you can see the previous one that I recorded. So here's the pen. I'll turn this on its side, just makes it a little bit more comfortable for me when I'm writing. And we've got here I'm going to give the name that was engraved. So Sikrib. Let's try on the next line. Sikrib F20. The nib's fine. Looks quite a generous fine to me. Price wise, looking about $8 Aussie. The ink, Diamine. And it's Velvet Emerald. Lovely green this. Getting a nice whispering as I'm writing. We'll hopefully pick that up when I do my sentence. Drying times. So here's immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Still smudging there. 1 minute. After a minute there, that one's nice and dry. Is there any line variation? So here's no pressure. Going to add just a tiny bit of pressure. So we am seeing a slightly wider line. Could be purely because there's more ink being put down. So none, with, none, with, none, and with. So on here, yeah, I am seeing where I've added that pressure, slightly wider line. Going to move the mic down to the page and write a sentence. That's really nice. It's smooth. There's a slight amount of audible feedback. Hopefully you could hear that. It was like it's whispering to me. And then a little bit of tactileness. Not a lot, but there was a little bit there. Final test. And then going backwards. Very nice. Really like this. So what are my first impressions of this pen? I know I've already said it. I quite like this. This is nice. It's got a lovely look. I love this green colour. I'm guessing this is some kind of transfer sticker, but I can't feel or see a seam anywhere. Oops, helps if I have that on the camera there. Just going around this, I can't feel or see any kind of seam. It's very light. That's one of the downsides with it. It writes lovely. It says it's a fine nib. To me, it's a very generous fine, nearly medium. It puts down this very nice line. It's very generous. I love the noise, the feedback we were getting. In my longer term, I need to think and look at the section. With it being metal, it does feel a bit slippy. And that feed, it was transparent. Look at that, we've got the ink in there now, so we've got a nice green tinge to that. All in all, very pleased, very nice pen. Really, I'm really surprised by this, especially when you consider the cost, $8 Aussie. So they're my first impressions of the Sikrib F20 and Diamine Velvet Emerald. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Quite a pretty looking pen, isn't it? I really do like the colouring on this. Just give that another quick turn around for you. There we go. What are your thoughts on this pen? What are your thoughts on AliExpress pens? Please drop a comment down below. Let's kickstart that conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.